Running a recruiting agency means managing clients, open positions, candidates, interviews, offers, and placements. And doing all this at the same time can feel pretty overwhelming, especially as your agency grows, because all that information often ends up spread across spreadsheets, emails, and disconnected tools. So I went ahead and built this recruiting operation system. So instead of managing each part of the recruiting process separately, with this system, it centralizes everything and it lives in one connected platform from the moment the client requests a new hire to the final placement. So let's take a look. All right, so let's get started. And if you've been watching some of my videos, you already know that I like to start with the business process first, because before you design any system, the most important thing is understanding how the business operates, what needs to happen, who needs to be involved, and how that information moves through the whole process. Because once you understand that, you can choose the right technology and design that system around the business and not the other way around. So before we jump into the system, let's quickly look at the recruiting process that is designed to support. Every recruiting agency follows this same core business process. Everything starts with the client who has a hiring need. And that hiring need request becomes a requisition that recruiters source candidates who could be a good fit. And when the candidate is considered for that position, an application is created. Then the application moves through interview stages, and if everything goes well, an offer is extended to that candidate. And once that offer is accepted, the candidate becomes a placement. And that's the recruiting lifecycle in a nutshell. One design decision that I want to point out is the difference between a candidate and an application. A candidate is that person, and an application is that person being considered for one specific opportunity. That distinction is really important because candidates don't disappear after one single search. Someone who is not a right fit today could become a perfect fit for another client tomorrow. So instead of creating duplicate candidate records, we can simply create another application and simply link that candidate to that application. And what this does is that it allows the agency to build a long-term talent pool while keeping every recruiting opportunity organized. Now, once I understood that process, I could design the system around it. So let's take a look at that next. Before recruiters start working, leadership usually has one important question to ask. What's happening across the agency today? And that's exactly what the operation workspace answers. So think about this as the command center for the business. From one single dashboard, leadership can see open requisitions, application activity, upcoming interviews, outstanding offers, and recent placements. So instead of asking a recruiter for an update or pulling reports, they have a real-time view of the recruiting operation. Recruiters, on the other hand, they don't need to see everything, but instead they need to focus on the work that they're responsible for. And that's the purpose of my work, to give each recruiter a personalized workspace with the requisitions, candidates, applications, interviews, and tasks assigned to them. So with these 2 pages, managers get the visibility that they need and recruiters get to focus. Now, before we follow the actual recruiting engagement, you'll notice that most of the areas of the system will follow the same structure. So we have an overview, which will give a quick snapshot of what's happening in that part of the recruiting process. We also have an all page, which gives you a complete working list when you need to manage the full pipeline. And in some areas, you'll also see personalized views. For example, under candidates, My Candidates gives each recruiter a focused view of the candidates that they're responsible for. You'll also notice action buttons throughout the system. The purpose of these buttons is to open forms to allow recruiters to create and manage records directly from each interface. They can add a client, create a requisition, add a contact, submit an application, schedule an interview, or create an offer without having to work directly inside the underlying database. Now, I'm not going to go through every single page of every form individually, but instead, let's see how these pieces work together by following one recruiting engagement from beginning to end. So this is going to be the scenario. Let's say that Local Systems comes to our agency because they're looking for a solutions engineer, and Will Sandoval is our primary contact. That gives us our starting point. Who are we recruiting for? So let's go ahead and get started with clients. Every company that the agency works with lives here. the overview gives us a quick look at what's happening across our client relationship, while all clients gives us a complete client database. You'll also notice that we have an add client button. So if we are starting a new client relationship, the recruiter could add the company directly from here. But Local Systems is already in our system, so there's no reason to create it again. From this record, we can see the information our recruiting team needs about the client, including Will Sandoval, our primary contact. We can also see the positions we're working on for Local Systems, who's responsible for them, and the progress being made. So instead of having client information in one place and recruiting activity somewhere else, everything stays connected within this record. And in this case, Local System has a new hiring need. They're looking for a solutions engineer. So that brings us to the next question. What are we recruiting for? So let's take a look at requisitions next. Local Systems needs a solutions engineer, so that hiring need becomes a requisition. So think about the requisition as the position that the agency has been hired to fill. Now from here, a recruiter can create a new requisition directly from the interface. The recruiter can capture the client, position, location, compensation, owner, and other information needed to begin the search. Now I already created the solutions engineer requisition for this demo, so let's go ahead and open it. As you can see here, this is the client, Local Systems. You can see the recruiter responsible, the job title, the location, compensation, current status, and everything else that you need to move the search forward. And because this requisition is connected directly to Local Systems, the entire team knows exactly who they're recruiting for and what position they're trying to fill. So now that we know the client, we know the position, the next question becomes, who could fill that role? So let's take a look at candidates next. If you ask me, this is one of the most valuable parts of the entire system because recruiting agencies don't just build pipelines, but they build relationships. And the candidates overview gives us a quick picture of what's happening across the talent pool. While all candidate gives us the agency's complete candidate database, and over time this becomes a growing talent pool that recruiters can reuse across future searches. And we have My Candidates, which gives each recruiter a focused view of candidates that they're personally responsible for. You're going to notice that we can add candidates directly from the interface. So if John were a new candidate, we could add him directly from here. But for our solutions engineer search, let's say that John Smith is already part of our talent pool. So there's no reason to create another candidate record. Now, John may have been sourced for a previous opportunity referred to the agency or added to the database months ago. But the important thing is that he already has one candidate profile containing everything we know about him. And if John isn't selected for this role, the relationship doesn't just disappear because next month or even next year, he could be a great fit for another client. So one candidate, one profile, one relationship. But John simply existing in our talent pool doesn't mean that he's being considered for the solutions engineer position at Local Systems. We need to connect them to the specific opportunity, and that's where applications come in. The applications overview gives us a quick look at what's happening across the application pipeline. And all the applications give recruiters the complete working list. Now, this one is one of the actions that I want to actually show you. We've identified John as a potential fit for the solutions engineer position. So we can use the submit application to connect him to that opportunity. Now, from here, the recruiter selects the candidate and the requisition that they're being considered for. In our case, John Smith is the candidate for the solutions engineer is the requisition, and Local Systems is the client. Now, once that's submitted, John isn't just sitting in our candidate database anymore, but he's officially being considered for this specific opportunity. And from here, recruiters can immediately see the candidate, the position, the client, the recruiter responsible, and exactly where John is in the hiring process. And if John is considered for another opportunity 6 months from now, we don't create another John Smith, but we simply create another application. One candidate, multiple opportunities, one application for each opportunity. And that's why applications becomes the operational heart of the recruiting process. So now that John is officially being considered for the solutions engineer position at Local Systems, the next step becomes determining whether he's the right fit. And that's where interviews comes in. So the purpose of the interviews overview is to give us a visibility into what's happening across upcoming and active interviews. And all interviews gives us the complete interview schedule and working list. So John has moved forward in the process. So now the recruiter needs to schedule his interview. From here, the recruiter can select John's application, set the interview date and time, and capture the information needed to coordinate the interview. And again, the important thing isn't the form itself, but it's that the recruiter can move John through the process directly from the workspace. And because the interview is connected to John's application, the recruiting team already has the full context. So we can see John Smith, the solutions engineer position for local systems client, and where John currently sits in the hiring process. So now let's say that John completes the interviews and local system decides that they want to move forward with him. Now we need to manage the hiring decision. So let's take a look at offers. So in order for us to take a look at the offers, we have to go back to the operations workspace and under my work. Here, the team can quickly see what's happening across active offers. And just like the other areas, we can create an offer directly from this interface. Now at this point, you already see how the forms work, so we don't need to go through another one. So let's say John has successfully completed the interview process and local systems wants to hire him. The offer stays connected to the recruiting history that we already created. So you have John Smith, who's the applicant, his application, the solution engineer requisition, and local systems. That means that the recruiting team has the complete history leading up to this decision without having to piece information together from different systems. Now, let's say that John accepts that offer. So we finally reached the final goal of the recruiting process, and that is a placement. Every recruiting agency ultimately measures success by one question. Did we fill that position? And so in this particular case, the answer is yes. John Smith has accepted the solutions engineer position at local systems. So John now becomes a placement. And because everything we've done throughout this whole process is connected, this placement tells the complete story. If we take a look at the record, we can trace it all the way back to the original hiring need. Local systems needed a solutions engineer. A solutions engineer requisition was created. John Smith was identified from the talent pool, and an application connected John to the opportunity. Now, John went through the whole interview process and local systems extended an offer, and John accepted. And now that John is a placement at local systems, that's the entire recruiting lifecycle managed through one connected system. Now, when we zoom back out, you can see why the system is structured this way. Every part answers a specific operational question, from who we're recruiting for to what position we're filling, to which candidate is being considered, and ultimately whether we made the placement. But most importantly, none of these areas operate independently. They're all connected. The overview gives the team visibility. The working views give them somewhere to manage the process. Then personalized views help recruiters focus on their own responsibilities. And the action buttons allow them to move the recruiting process forward without having to work directly inside the underlying database. And that's what turns this from a collection of tables into an actual recruiting operations system. It's organized around the way recruiting agencies actually work, not around software. And once that foundation is in place, the next layer becomes much easier, which is automation. Everything you've seen so far is the foundation. Once the recruiting process is organized into one connected system, automation becomes much easier because every stage of the workflow is already connected. For example, when local systems submits a new hiring request, the system could automatically create a requisition, assign a recruiter, and notify the recruiting team. Now, when John moves to a new stage, the system could automatically create the appropriate follow-up tasks. And when his interviews schedule, invitations and reminders could be sent automatically. Now, once the interview is completed, the system could automatically request feedback from the interviewees. And when John accepts the offer, the system could automatically create a placement, update the solutions engineer requisition, and notify everyone involved. And those are just a few examples. The right automations will depend on how your agency operates. That's why I don't start with automation, but instead I start understanding the business process, then I build the system around it, and automation simply becomes the next layer. Now, as you zoom out, this is about building a recruiting operations that can scale. So instead of information being scattered across spreadsheets, emails, and disconnected tools, everyone works from the same source of truth. So recruiters spend less time managing information and more time working with candidates and clients. And managers get visibility across the business without constantly asking for updates. And every search strengthens the agency because the candidate database becomes a reusable talent pool. And that's what I want this system to accomplish. Not just organize recruiting, but create a better recruiting operation. Now, here at Local Systems, we understand that every business operates a little differently. That's why I don't believe that your business should have to adapt to your software, but your software should adapt to the way your business operates. So if you're looking at the system and thinking about a process in your business that could work better, that's exactly the type of problem that we solve here at Local Systems. We build custom internal tools, business portals, and automation workflows designed around the way your business operates. So whether you need a recruiting system like the one I just showed you today, a client portal, an internal operations tool, or a workflow that eliminates repetitive manual work, we can help you design and build it. Now, if you would like to discuss what we could do for your business, there's a link in the description below where you can schedule a free 30-minute consultation. And if you enjoy seeing real-world business systems like this one, consider subscribing to my YouTube channel. Every week, I try to share practical solutions designed to help businesses streamline their operations and scale more efficiently. And remember, the best systems aren't built around software, but they're built around the way your business works. Thanks for watching. My name is Will with Local Systems, and I'll see you in the next one.